Hi everyone, my name is Elise Campbell and you've joined us for Oh Sugar. Today we are going to be discussing a whole bunch of different stuff, but I apologize for not being around lately or posting at all. Up here in Michigan we have midwinter break and my husband and my son and I just moved up north and so that's where people go to vacation if they're not going to Florida. They all come up here skiing. So we've had just a ton of visitors, probably like 4 or 5 different families come and hang out with us, which has been wonderful. But it also means that we have been super busy. So one thing, I'm just cutting up some lettuce for my salad today. I have been really kicking myself for is I just started going. We switched our insurances when my husband got a new job. So I have been going through this new company for my um, CGM, my Dexcom, to get delivered. And I've contacted them like 15 or 16 times. And they're like, oh, we didn't have your contact information to ensure that you can get your subscription. And I thought, okay, so now I don't have a Dexcom on right now, and it's not going to be here for 3 days. And I'm really upset that I didn't try to call earlier. But we have been really busy, and that's just part of life, I guess. So it's an experience. It's a good experience always to learn something new. And what else has happened? Oh, because we've had so many friends over, we have been really busy with going out to dinner and lunches and breakfast. And I've been trying to be pretty good. Like if I go out to breakfast, I'll get like an omelet or something with veggies or a little bit of meat. And that usually keeps my sugars down. And then for lunches and dinners, I've been really open to having different types of salads. Like, oh, I'll have goat cheese or blue cheese and bacon and eggs, and because normally I just do like carrots and broccoli and cauliflower. But I'm trying all sorts of different stuff. Corn and avocado is awesome, but corn has carbs, so I have to be careful with that. But I'm getting a little bit frustrated with the um, restaurants only offering like certain dressings with salads. I don't know if you guys have come across that, but it's like, oh, it comes with the sweet zesty sauce on it. I'm like, oh, can I have it on the side? And they're like, you can have it on the side, I guess, but it's like, well, what's in it? So let me know what you guys do for that kind of stuff. I never know the exact amount of carbs, so I end up I'd rather be going high than low. So I'll just like make a correction if I need, but it's like really kind of irritating to like just be like, oh, it's a sweet zesty vinaigrette. Okay, well, what's sweet? Is there sugar in there? Like, are there raspberries? Are there cranberries? And so yeah, anyway, just kind of one of those frustrating things. But all right, we'll check back in later. Bye.
So my husband and I have been going out to eat quite a bit, like I've mentioned, and I wanted to give you guys some updates about what I've been doing. So sushi has been a challenge. um, we now live up in northern Michigan, and there's not a lot of options for any kind of ethnic food, which is a total bummer because that's all we had when we lived in Detroit. Um, and so now like sushi, when I go out, it's one sushi place that I can go to. Do you think that they have nigiri, and that's the sushi without the rice under it? Oh no. So I have not been having to take the sashimi, which has the rice under it, and eat just the piece of salmon. I can have about 3 or 4 pieces of like a sushi roll, and that's about as much as I want to have as far as carbs, because again, I don't want to be inserting myself with a ton of insulin. Um, but it's been challenging. Like I mentioned earlier, salads have been a problem for me as far as trying to get like a good carb count for like the dressings and what else is on it. Sorry, we've lost a binky, and this is going to be dangerous. And so yeah, I kind of stick to the same things. I always look at the menu ahead of time, and then I look at like, oh, what could possibly be the carbs in there? What do I need to take off? Because like I don't like croutons, so why would I have those extra carbs anyway? We have been doing a lot of like takeout orders because as a new mom, cooking dinner has been like, ugh, ugh. So we do like a lot of pizza. We have this really good pizza place up here, and it's pretty thin crust, which is nice. And the sauce doesn't really make me spike, so it's like not very sugary, but it is like, I don't know, maybe 2 pieces, and then I go up to like the max amount that I want, even with 2 units of insulin. I'm on an insulin dose of 1 unit for every 30 carbs. So I try to just do 2 pieces and then 2 units of insulin. I try to do 1 unit of insulin at breakfast, 1 insulin at lunch, and then 2 insulin units at dinner. I really like my sweet potatoes. I know it's bad. And yeah, going out as far as like for lunches, I like to try to stick to my salads if I can. We have been doing like a lot of appetizers and like shared stuff, and then just like a cocktail or something. So a lot of things are like breaded, like fried pickles, and like we'll get chips and queso or something. So it's like I really have to limit myself, and that's been a challenge, is like knowing portion sizes. I think I mentioned this before in a video, but like when I was in the hospital and they were like giving me food, and I was having to carb count and all of that stuff when I was just diagnosed, they told me that like this size is the size of a piece of chicken that I need. It's like the size of your palm. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so small. I have not been eating the correct portion sizes. So like relearning how to do the correct portion sizes has been challenging, especially because when you're nursing, you're just like extra hungry all the time. So I have just been like famished essentially, but I have to know that it's going to be okay and that my stomach will retrain itself. As grumpy as I get, I have to remind my husband, like, keep me on this, because I don't want to keep eating too big of portions, and that's why my sugars are going high. So anyway, love to know how you guys are doing your portions and going out to eat and sharing appetizers and all of that. Hi guys, so I know what I wanted to talk to you guys about the other day when I was cutting up a salad. So we're having more friends in town tonight, shocking, and we're going out, and we're Catholic, and so and it's Lent, so we're gonna do a fish fry today. So we're going to a place that is not church, but we are going to a place that has really good, sorry, I'm rocking the baby, he's being fussy, and we're going to a place that has really good baked fish, which I'm really excited about, because my husband can get his fried fish and I can get my baked fish, which is wonderful. But I did want to talk to you guys about alcohol, because we've had so many friends in town. We've been going out a lot. Like I told you, my sugars change a lot when I breastfeed. And because I'm breastfeeding, I have to be very careful about the amount of alcohol that I'm putting in my body. So I am having usually 1 glass, maybe 2 of wine. I like my Chardonnay, my Kendall Jackson Chardonnay, and I will have 1 to 2 glasses of those, and then I will wait 4 to 5 hours before nursing again. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know that that has impacted my sugars, and it's kind of crazy. So like I will have a glass of wine, which has like what, 6 or 4 grams of carbs per a 6-ounce pour, which is what they serve you at a restaurant anyway. And it's been good because I can have that even though it doesn't really impact my sugars. I feel like it almost makes my sugars go down when I drink. And I don't know if you guys have experienced that too, but from what I understand is that your liver produces glucose, and when your liver is processing alcohol, it has a bigger job to do, so it can't produce the glucose. So the problem with drinking too much alcohol as a type 1 diabetic is that if you go low, you're going to have a really hard time coming back up from a low if you've been drinking, because your body can't make that glucose as fast. So you have to be very careful about the amount that you're drinking, which, I mean, unless you're in college or something, that's usually not a huge concern. Oh, we're getting fussy over here. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know that I have been trying out lots of different wines. Dry red has been the most successful for me, although I am a white wine drinker. And it's been fun to explore that. And then we've been also going to a lot of breweries, which has been kind of frustrating because it's like, I don't really want to have a beer because it has a lot of carbs. I don't want to just be like shooting myself up with insulin. So what else do I do? Oh, sorry, my brain. So I will have a cider, or not a cider, seltzer. A lot of breweries are doing seltzers now, and they'll flavor them with like some sort of syrup. So I just get it without the syrup, and it actually is still pretty sweet and delicious. And I can have my alcoholic beverage with all of our friends in town, and it doesn't impact my sugars that much. It's very low carb. A whole pint glass hasn't really impacted me too much. But I will say the next morning when I do wake up, it is like my sugars are a little bit higher, like maybe 5 to 10 points higher than they would be normally on days that I've had a beverage the night before. So keep that in mind. I would love to hear your stories and how you're managing alcohol and insulin and how it makes you feel afterwards, all of that, as this is all new to me. So thanks.